Hey guys, today we are going to talk about five things. If you don't buy those things, you're going to save a lot of money.
Yeah.
Our goal is to save you a lot of money and make you a lot of money and like you invest a lot of money. We're going to show you a lot of all those ways for you, and this is coming under saving money. These five things actually we are going to tell you, like it will apply for most of you guys. Um, and why don't you start, Randy?
Yeah. So one of my famous things is watches. Now watches are so obsolete. I mean, I'm not gonna kind of disturb the watch sellers or their business, but actually,
I don't see
truthful.
you wearing
Yeah,
one.
you don't feel like the last. I cannot even remember the last time I wear a watch, because the reason why we say watches are obsolete and you don't really need a watch. It's so obvious, right? You have the phone always with you. You have your phone in your fingertips. You're always with the phone. Internet, for some reason, driving directions, emails, Facebook, Instagram, everything is on your phone.
Most people, even if they have watch, they don't wear it.
They don't. That's
Right.
exactly. I actually have a watch. I actually have two or three watches. I mean, not fancy ones, but I still have watches.
Right.
But I don't use them. And back in the day, that with not wearing a watch is kind of demean or like undermining your authority too. But
Right.
gone are the days that
Yeah.
people actually thought about it. So now everything is in your phone. So really spending more money, or even like super
I
close
do
to
have this smartwatch.
smartwatch is different
It
because
helps.
it helps,
It
like
helps.
it's only so watches, when we say watches, we are talking about the watch that only gives you the time, like tells
Right,
you the
like
time.
analog watch, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so even $20, $30, you really don't need to spend that much.
No, I've
Even
seen people wear like $30,000 watch.
yeah, no, there are some people
Mm,
that's their thing, right?
right,
That's their
right,
thing, like
right,
watches,
right.
like phones. So that opens up another conversation. When it comes to phones, that's our number two. You don't, we talk about Apple this, Apple 6, 6S, 10X, or 10S, whatever. I
Now
don't
it's
even,
like a 12 is going to
they're
come up,
coming, and
Apple 12.
yes, and but still, you don't necessarily have to buy right after they entered the market,
Right.
right? Because it will be like 1,000 or 2,000. I don't
You know
even
how
know.
much the 10 XS phone
Huh.
is? $1 in AT&T per
See,
month. Dollar for 30
and
months.
and and
$30.
and why do you have to spend 600,
It
eight
was
hundred
actually
dollars
$1,000 before.
before, right?
Uh,
Yes.
almost a year and a half before it's
Right.
$1,000. Now it's $30.
And actually, when I mean, if you're really tech savvy or phones, like really into phones, you might see even a slightest of improvement as a big deal. But most of us, including myself, I mean, I'm not really into phones. I mean, I get done a lot of things, but still,
Right.
if you really take closer look at these two the different phones, like 10s or 10x and versus 6, maybe not that much of a difference. You can still get most of the basic things done that you really need to have.
Right.
So why do you spend like 700 or 800 or even $1,000 with a brand new phone? People are actually on the queue to buy this new phones.
Exactly.
You don't have,
Yeah.
because the reason why I mean, there's always a reason that why we say that we don't need it. Is the reason for this phone thing is because after a couple of years it's going to be like that. It's a price.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the other reason is the features. Yes, there might be some new features, but do you really need them? Because all this time you were using 6S and all that, and you were able to do whatever you're doing now,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
And you really don't need all those extra
And it's
extra
just a small improvement. What do they do is they just make money. Like they put a small
small
improvement in
improvement.
the
Yeah,
camera. Maybe I don't know. They add an additional camera to it,
exactly.
and they charge like a premium for that,
Yeah,
right? You don't want to fall in the trap.
yeah,
Like once you get into that habit of getting new phones,
yeah.
you will be missing out, like fear of missing out, FOMO. You'd get into FOMO, right? And then everybody's doing it, I should do it,
Yeah,
and then you lose like thousands of dollars
yeah,
every
for no
year.
reason. And
Right.
that's my top number two. And yeah, you can talk about the number three, Venkat.
Yeah, sure. Like whenever you go to rental car, right? Whenever
Mm.
I get rental car, go and get a rental car using credit card, right? There are tons of benefit comes with the credit card, and most people don't know it. Only some, I would say 50% of the people know it. And those people in the rental car places, they will push you to get it.
Mm.
They will say, oh, your credit card is not going to cover it. Like, say you get into accident,
Mm.
it's $1 million damage or something, and then credit card will cover it. And not only that, your insurance will cover it. Your actual insurance will cover it, as long as it's not like a 6,000 pound or more. Like, there is a limit to it. you're driving that bigger vehicle, then your credit card will take care of it, right? So you have double insurance on that, just by booking through your credit card. Not all the credit card covers it, but 90% of them covers it. So just have to watch out. I don't buy the car rental insurance, right? So it's a waste of money. Think about it, if you do it for 10 days, right? It's almost like $300
Right.
extra to it.
Yeah, that's a ripoff. And I actually did that for quite a long time, because you get scared
Right.
when you're in front of the rental guy. They go through all these damages and this and that. That's how they make money. That's how they
Right.
make extra money. So like Venkat said, make sure that you understand what your credit card covers first. We don't want you to be in trouble by not getting insurance. We're not saying that. But
Right.
make sure that your credit card, whatever you have, is actually covering you for these rentals. And the other thing is ensure that the insurance that you have on your vehicle actually covers rental insurance. So if you can get those things to cover, like confirmed, then you can safely tell no to the rental car agents, and you
Right,
don't need
right,
the extra insurance.
right. Speaking of cars, actually, I
Oh, the
wouldn't
next
buy.
point,
Yeah,
yes.
I wouldn't buy a new car. That's one thing, right? I wouldn't buy a new car. I wouldn't buy a second car. Like, for example, you are only two of you, right? And in the family, I wouldn't buy a second car unless it's like necessary. You need it. I would, because it's not only like buying a second car and paying like 400, 500, 600, $800 a month for that car loan payment, right? Not only that, there is on top of that, there's insurance, there is there's so many other things,
And
like you have
the
to pay
property, like
registration.
registration, yeah,
uh,
yearly renewal,
right.
and some property. Is it property
Yeah,
tax?
the
Some
property
yeah,
tax, and
state
there's
property taxes.
tons of your life, like you may have to pay more insurance, right? You have two cars, and then on top of that, maintenance, like
Yeah.
it's like I think around $3,000-4,000 a
And
year.
also when you have another car, you feel like driving that too. So that includes gas cost too.
Right.
Because you don't want to have a car just sitting in your garage. So you feel like driving it. And when you drive, you have to pump, you have to fuel the car. So that's a very, very immaterial, probably an immaterial amount, but still it adds up. And eventually it's going to add up to the wear and tear and maintenance too.
Exactly. That's why, like, when I bought the second car, I actually sold the first car.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually rotating it. Like, after maybe 5 to 10 years, I would just sell this car, and then I would get another one, right? So, like, for example, you can buy a 5-year-old car. Say you're buying it for $6,000, right? Used car, 5-year-old, it's around 30,000 miles, and then by 80,000 miles or so, after 5 years, you sell it for the same price. Actually, you can sell it for the same price
Yeah, and
sometimes.
you get another option that they have is a trade-in thing, right? If you
Yeah,
have a good model or
but
whatever.
trading cost is really low. But
Oh, trading cars, yeah, that's a
uh,
drawback of
one thing with the internet, right? You put higher cost than anything else. Some
Yeah.
people always want that car specific model, and they're not finding the color. They're not
Yeah.
finding that specific, trims and everything. They will go for it. You just have to put higher cost, and
Yeah.
you might be able to sell it for the same price. Think about it. How much I've saved, like
Yeah.
5 years, $3,000, $4,000 a year,
Right.
like $20,000. Saved a lot of money there.
Correct. Yeah. So that's a good point. And we talked about extra warrant. Oh, did we talk about
Yeah,
extra?
no, we didn't talk about. I
Yeah.
think that's the last one. We wouldn't buy extra warranty. Why? Say for example, you're buying a laptop and they give you they push you to the square trade warranty or something else, right? These are the companies that make money out of extra warranty. And I always buy from Costco using the Costco credit card most of the time, right? Especially like electronics and laptops and big items. So when you buy from Costco, the Costco credit card comes with the additional double warranty. Like if the item has a 1 year warranty, it doubles it up, 2 year warranty, right? If it has 2 year, it'll doubles up 4 year warranty. So that is a good thing. And it automatically has it. You don't have to buy that, pay that like $100 or $200 a year for the square trade. It'll be more. Some of them are actually more. You don't have to do that. And on top of that, right, like what happens is, like, the warranty, they're giving warranty because if they give you 5 year warranty on something, that item is good until 5 years. It'll have some issues, not right after 5 years. It'll have some issues maybe around 8th year, 9th year. So let's say you're buying extra year warranty after 5 years, right? It's extra 2 years. You paid $300 for it. It'll be
Yeah.
still good
Yeah.
actually. So if you get it for another 5 more years, you may able to use it, but it's a waste of time. If it only costs $100 for you to fix it, or $200 to fix it, you already spend like $1,000 warranty on it for next 5 years. So there's no need for that, and you would be saving a lot of money. And if you use a credit card, it'll automatically save you when something happens to the item.
Yeah, great point. And if you're still with us, and hope it refreshes your memory, refreshes your mind. And there are so many other tips too. There are so many other ways that you can save money. Little things that you might have, things that might have crossed your mind, but you really haven't given them a thought. And use this video as a reminder. Like I always say, I always like to say that use us as a reminder service. If you haven't, if you already knew what we said. Use us as a reminder service. Hope you learned something new. These are only 5 tips. There are a lot more. Stay with us for other episodes that we are going to share a lot more than this in our next episodes.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.